What's going on today, guys? So this is actually my second attempt at making this video. I first made this video a little over a week ago. It was already uploaded to YouTube, but it was hidden. I was probably going to have it go live sometime this next week. And then something happened just yesterday that made me decide that I wanted to redo the video, specifically talking about what happened yesterday because it plays right into the point that I wanted to make in the video. Yesterday on July 13th, 2019, as you can see here, an armed anarchist and anti-fascist attempted to firebomb an ICE facility in Tacoma, Washington, killed in confrontation with police. Now, this was a 69-year-old, well-known member of Antifa and several other anti-capitalist organizations, anti-fascist organizations and groups. He's been in this particular lifestyle long before it was this now new popular thing for certain portions of millennials. He decided to show up to the ICE facility with some firebombs and some guns. He successfully firebombed several cars, tried to firebomb the building itself, was unsuccessful. Police showed up. He did not back down. They put him down. They put him down to stop him from doing what he was doing. And this begs the question, what is going through the minds of these people, and what is their reasoning and motivation behind it, and do they in fact even understand the hypocrisy in saying they're fighting fascism by using fascistic techniques to silence speech and to use violence to bully people, to terrorize people? And do they know they're a terrorist organization? And does everybody else understand that Antifa is a terrorist organization? Why hasn't the government at this point simply labeled them a domestic terrorist group? Because that's exactly what they are, at least here in the United States. They're active all over the world. They're active very, very heavily right now in Europe. And they should be considered a terrorist organization there as well, because they literally fit the definition of a terrorist. And let's look at that definition here real quick. Right here on Google, and it's Google, so you know you can trust Google, right? Terrorist is a person who uses unlawful violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims. Violence and intimidation in the pursuit of a political end goal. That is exactly what Antifa is. They are a terrorist organization. Their organization fits the word terrorist to a T. Period. End of story. That's a fact. Now, let's look into Mr. Vannsen here just a little bit to understand, because while I usually don't like to talk about people who do horrible things, whether it's mass shootings or whatever, these are people we need to be educated on, because right now they are not being called out for the terrorists they are. And this violence that has slowly escalated over the course of the last 2 years, where it went from marches to mean marches and protests, and then throwing drinks, and then kicking people out of restaurants. Now it's led to weekly violence on the streets of Portland, where people are getting assaulted and put in the hospital. And now a man shows up to an ICE detention facility and tries to firebomb it. Yeah, we need to know about these people. But this right here is funny. The guy who attacked the ICE detention center was 69-year-old anarchist named Will Vannsen. This is him. But look who posted this. Anti-capitalist action. And what do they say about this? So much respect for our comrade, Will Vannsen. Love the use of the word comrade. Clearly Marxist. R.I.P. comrade. A tragic loss. Hashtag stop ICE. Hashtag no one is illegal. Oh, let's look into this group here just a little bit. Anti-capitalists. Oh, they're not anti-fascist at all, right? They're just anti-capitalist. They're not Antifa, except for the fact they've got a little bit of an Antifa flag thing going on here, and they're showing a lot of the stuff going on that Antifa members kind of photoshopped together. This is probably not all one particular group all at one time, but yeah, okay. So they're Antifa as well. And you come down here, and they post all kinds of different things. But you come down here and you look at the pages liked by Antifa, and well, one, you get You get the actual political organization Antifa. Interesting, this page doesn't have any posts or anything right now. It's almost like they're trying to stay low key, but it is a place where they go and gather and do things. This was another one of their liked pages. Doncaster Anti-Fascists. Antifa. That's what they are. They're Antifa. You look at some of the stuff they talk about here. They talk about what's his name, Tommy, whatever, from the UK, Tommy, talking about how they're the real heroes, not these right-wingers that are pretending to be against pedophiles. They only target Muslim pedophile gangs because they're really racist and hate Muslims. That's what they're trying to say here in this particular post. And when you come over here, you just Google. Look up here. I just Googled Will Van Spronson. Okay, first one here. Let's see. What does it say? Rest in peace, Will Van Spronson. But where does this guy work? Oh, he works with La Raza. Now, for those of you that don't know, La Raza is basically Hispanic Nazis, right? The La Raza stands for the race. I mean, that's what it is. They are a not white nationalist group. They're a white supremacist group. They're, I guess you'd call them a brown supremacist group, or Hispanic supremacy or whatever it is. That's what La Raza is. And they very much endorse anarchy and violence and things like that. Let's see. This is just a simple one. Killed by police. Yeah, whatever. And then what do we got here? Oh, so much respect for our comrade. And that's the one I just read. These are the words of William Van Spronson, who died in a revolutionary action at Tacoma Detention Center. The Tacoma Detention Center is a horrific place. I've been there to protest numerous times. Everybody's praising him at this point. Okay, and that's what's going on here, and that's kind of the real problem here, guys. This is what we're facing now. This is what we're dealing with now. Antifa is without a doubt a terrorist organization. We need to realize that, understand that their whole point is to undermine the United States, the American way of life, by any and all means necessary. You should know this. You should understand this, especially if you live in areas like Portland, like these places. So when it comes right down to it, it is quite interesting that at this point the government, even under Republican rule, as it were, even though it's not really, but the administration is, that this organization still has not been ruled a domestic terrorist organization, because there is absolutely no doubt whatsoever that Antifa is a terrorist organization, period.